Hey. Welcome to a place to yap, where big feelings meet even bigger opinions. I'm your girl, Todd. This is your weekly permission slip to speak your truth, feel all the feels, and grow through what you go through. Let's be real. Too many of us spend years in places, relationships, and roles that barely even make room for us. We dim our light to stay comfortable, quiet our voice to keep the peace, and settle for being tolerated because we're scared we won't find anything better. Here's the truth. You were never meant to shrink. You were meant to shine. This episode is important because choosing to go where you're celebrated is a radical act of self-love. It's a reminder that your presence is a gift, and any space that makes you question that is not your space. Whether it's family, friends, work, or community, this conversation is your invitation to choose alignment over acceptance, wholeness over half-assed love, and joy over just getting by. If you've ever wondered if you're asking for too much, this episode is your answer. You're not. You're just in the wrong room. Now let's yap about it. Let's get into this week's affirmation. I am worthy of being loved fully, not just accepted, partially. I release the need to shrink in spaces that cannot hold all of me. Before we get into today's episode, let's take time to reflect. Where in your life have you been trying to earn space that should have been given freely? For me specifically, I feel like I have been staying in friendships, relationships, even with family, way longer than I should have. People keep showing you they don't care about you, they don't care about your time, they don't care about your energy, they don't care about your presence. And in your mind, you're telling yourself, eventually they're going to come around. Eventually they're going to change. Eventually they're going to accept me for who I am. But in all reality, they're not. They're literally just tolerating you more than likely because of the light you carry, because of the energy that you bring, or because of how people around you receive you and how the people around you receive them because of you. So you're just being tolerated. You're not being celebrated. You're not an addition. You're just a space taker. You're just a place taker. And you can feel the difference. People who tolerate you allow you to be in the space, but they don't really fully see who you are as a person. They don't even look at you like you're a person. They look at you like a placeholder. You're not a person. If someone comes that they like now and that person acknowledges you, then they will partially acknowledge you, but they really don't care for you. They're more so going to acknowledge that person. They're going to try to get the attention from that person. They're going to make it seem like to you they care about you and they want to talk to you, but they really don't give a damn about you. Right when that person leaves, it's back to, why are you talking to me? Or they're disengaging with you. They don't really care about what you're talking about. They're acting like they're engaging, but they're really not. They're looking elsewhere. They're in their phone. They change the subject. Somehow the subject becomes about them. It's never about you. That's the type of person that's just tolerating you. Versus the person that's celebrating you, they're welcoming you with open arms. Like, they're so happy to be in your presence and you to be in their presence. They're constantly uplifting you. They're constantly loving on you. You're not just a placeholder. You're a person. You're the person that they want in their space. You have something to bring to the table that they recognize, and it doesn't take away from anything that they're bringing to the table. It's an addition to what's already on the table. You know what I mean? That goes for family, friendships, work relationships, coworkers, personal relationships. Like, it goes for every type of thing. I'm pretty sure that we've all been in spaces where you can tell that you're just trying to get through it, especially with coworkers. Some coworkers turn into lifelong friends, and some people you're just like, I don't care to have this person around me 24/7. I just need to do my 8 and clock out. I don't care for this person. I don't want to be around this person. They don't bring me any joy or whatever the case may be. Versus that coworker that if they don't come in, you're like, dang, like it's gonna be a long shift because so-and-so didn't come in today, and that's my homegirl. We laugh each other through. We know the inside jokes. We know the looks. That's like, you seen that? Okay. I'm not crazy, right? And you're laughing and you're keying and you look forward to seeing that person. That's celebration over toleration. I've stayed in situations that I've been tolerated because I have been conditioned since a kid to do that. It's been mainly on survival because growing up in domestic violence, you're just surviving. that's it. You're just trying to get through the day. The only time you get a break is when you're at school, but then you're having to have so much pressure on you to keep everything in house, not let anything spill out, not let anything get out. I have been conditioned to tolerate people and be tolerated because it's almost like you have to be grateful. You have to be grateful for what you have, what you're given. You don't even know that you can strive for more, you can want more because you're just conditioned that way. You're just conditioned to just be happy with the bare minimum or below the minimum, or being happy with being treated any kind of way because that's what you were born into. Watching my mom go through that, it showed me her staying as long as she did. It's like, oh, maybe they're gonna change, or you see the process of the beatings, and you see the process of like the verbal and physical abuse, and then the apology, and then the, oh, he's treating me so good now, and oh, he said he's gonna do better, and then it's just worse and worse and worse. As a kid, you almost feel so helpless because like, what can you do? That's a whole grown man, that's a whole adult, and this is what he's doing. He's physically abusing everybody around you, and you to the minimum. You're like, well, what's making me special that I'm not receiving as much abuse as everybody else is? And I don't really know how to deal. I don't have anywhere to go or anybody that I can talk to that's gonna help, because at the end of the day, they can try. But then what happens when she goes back and then you're there and there's nothing that you can do? So you're just trying to survive. And I don't think you recognize how much it literally chips away at your self worth. You don't even realize, I don't deserve this. She doesn't deserve this. Why does she stay? Why does she keep going back? Why can't we just do this? Why can't we just do that? Like, you have all of these questions, and you just, as a kid, you're taught to do as I say, not as I do. You can't ask questions. You can't find out information. So you're just learning by watching and observing everything that's around you. And you become the word hyper vigilant to the problem because you just want to make sure like you're getting through the day with the less stress as possible. You don't want to make anything harder than it has to be, because you know that it's your way to survive. Like, if I'm good today, or if I don't talk back, or if I don't do this, you, as a kid, you do things that make your parents upset or your mom upset and the person that she's dating upset, and then stuff happens anyway, and you're just like, damn, now it's my fault. Now you feel bad, now you feel guilty. So it's just a vicious cycle, in my experience, of being conditioned to be tolerated and to tolerate people that you can't stand, that you have a deep hate for because of what they've done to the people that you love, and you couldn't do anything about it because you were a child. Now, in my fees, being around people that are celebrating me, I've spoke about this in a previous episode, it has been so foreign. It almost makes me nervous because I'm like, no way, this is too good to be true. I was conditioned to tolerate people. So being around people that not only see me, but they hear me, they feel me, they validate me. I'm not annoying to them. I'm not a pest to them. It's not the fake conversation where you start a conversation and you're genuinely excited about what you're talking about, and then you're being made fun of for being excited, or how you talk, or your tone, or your accent, or whatever the case may be. You see the difference and you feel the difference. For me, it feels foreign because it's something that I'm not used to having. They do more than just listen and hear you and feel you, but they support you. They make you feel supported, and it's not intimidating to them that you are growing. They're happy and proud. They are clapping for your growth. They're like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's a feeling that I'm used to giving, but not receiving. Like, I'm used to being like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Conviction. Yes, that's what I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And I've only ever wanted that in return. You don't have to go to the extreme like I do, but I want to feel the love. I want to feel the support. I want to feel like I feel safe here. I feel supported here. I don't feel like people are just dealing with me just to deal with me. Like, they're looking for me. They're waiting for me. They're supporting me. They're uplifting me. I am reciprocating that. And I love it. I feel like the people that celebrate you, you don't have to shrink in. You don't have to silence yourself in. You don't have to change parts of yourself to be around those people. They accept you for who you are. Your quirks, your weird moments, your awkward moments, your moments of not knowing, they educate you in a loving way. They don't like, how do you not know that? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Who raised you? No, they're like, okay, that's understandable. Not everybody knows that. This is how it is. They don't take your not knowing, they don't take that as something's wrong with you. They're like, oh, okay, that's okay. This is what this is. This is what this means. They educate you with care, love, and admiration. And they don't use that against you and make you feel like shit for not knowing something, because everybody doesn't know everything, and everyone you come in contact with knows something you don't know. So it's awesome to be a student of life, because you're going to constantly learn and grow and evolve. And the people that celebrate you are going to celebrate that you're learning, growing, and evolving, and they're not going to take it as a diss or a dig to them. But the people that are tolerating you are, they're going to feel like you're toasting to their downfall instead of you're toasting to your forward movement. No, me celebrating myself has nothing to do with you being in a season of loss. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with I'm going to celebrate me, because I should be able to without it affecting you. You should be happy for me, like I'm happy for myself. It doesn't take anything away from you to celebrate me, because if I shine, you shine, we shine together. That's how it's supposed to be. But unfortunately, people who tolerate you don't take it like that. They take it like you're constantly trying to one up them. You can't do better than them. You can't have more than them. They take that as a competition, when it's like, no, it has nothing to do with you. It's me versus me. I'm trying to do better than I did last year. I'm trying to do better than I did in the beginning of this year. I'm trying to do better than I did 20 minutes ago. Like, it's growing, it's evolving. It has nothing to do with you personally. You should not have to fight for joy. You should not have to fight for being celebrated. You should not have to fight for being seen, heard, or felt. You shouldn't have to fight for that. At the end of the day, it's yours. It's supposed to be yours. Everyone should have that. You shouldn't have to fight to receive something that even that person that's tolerating you wants. Why is that a difficult thing? I've gotten into a space where I'm making peace with leaving those spaces and not giving a shit about being invited into those spaces. I used to be so upset when those people didn't invite me, and they would talk about how they had such a good time. I'm like, well, dang, that's something that I was interested. Why didn't you invite me? Oh, I didn't think you would want to come. Then they would invite me to stuff that they know I would say no. Why are you inviting me to this when you know I don't care to be around these people or that specific person? I feel like you're inviting me just to give me a half-ass invite because you know that I'm going to say no. Something that you may have heard me speak about in the past, or something that you know that I would like, you'll go do it. One of two things will happen. You'll either go do it and you'll complain about how much it sucked, or you'll go do it and talk about how good it was. Oh, wish she could have came. Too bad you couldn't. I've been in those situations, and it definitely used to make me very jealous and envious of them, because I'm like, I can't move like that and I can't do those type of things. It's almost like they wanted me to feel that feeling of feeling left out. It's like they got like a rise out of it. She can't move like this. I can do this. I can do that. And it used to piss me off. Then I had to start building my own table. I had to fall back and be in a long season being alone. I started to realize that there were certain things I did not want to participate in. People that I barely knew, I should go to this, or I should get out there. Then you're like, that person's not my cup of tea. The space that became that for me was line dancing, was being in rooms with women of all ages. We have a common goal of line dancing and starting off our week and kicking our week off together and building each other up, not being scared to look awkward. We're all learning together. We're all learning new things, and we're lifting each other up in the process. We're our own community. That's what I'm grateful for. Creating my table of people that love me and I love them. It's okay to leave people, places, and things that are no longer serving you. You don't have to leave it and have like a hatred toward those people. You can wish them well. Okay, we don't necessarily get along anymore, or we're not necessarily aligned in the same things anymore, but it's okay. You go your way, I'll go my way, and it doesn't take anything away from either one of us. We're just no longer compatible. That doesn't mean as soon as you walk away, I'm about to air your shit out. At the end of the day, I wish you well. Good luck, not even in a stanky dank way, but good luck. I wish you the best. I no longer want you present in my life. our situation has run its course, our friendship has run its course, even family ship has run its course, and I'm gonna go on my way and you go on your way, and it's all love. Even though low key it'd be like, fuck you. But you know what I mean? Like, it's all love. Like, it is what it is. Go be great with your lavender. That's what it's giving. You can heal and not reconnect with those people. I even caught myself doing that with family members. I miss you. And then you get crickets in the background. Literal crickets. It's like, okay, you don't miss me? Nothing's even said back. And it's okay, you're doing too much, trying to reconnect with something that clearly is no longer there. Or, man, I remember this, or when we used to hang out and do this. And then you're the one who's looking at the positive. You're the one that's excited and happy, and they don't give a damn because they feel in some capacity they're over you. They're like, yeah, that was cool, but I don't really fuck with you like that. I wasn't really fucking with you like that. I've had someone tell me that. I wasn't really fucking with you like that. Honestly, I thought you were a weirdo. It was crazy because we hung out so much that it was like, well, if that's how you felt, why were you just tolerating me for all this time and making me feel like we were friends and we were never really friends? It was because I didn't want to be in a space with another mutual friend. Her and I were no longer friends, so this other person was like, yeah, I don't fuck with you, never fuck with you, don't care to be around you, don't want to be in your space. You were a weirdo this whole time. I'm just like, whoa, okay. I have nothing else left to say. I'm going to bow out gracefully. I'm not going to read you for filth like I wanted to. I was shocked. I was hurt. Wow. Okay. Noted. I'm going to move on with my life. Good luck with everything. This friendship has been over, but it's done. I'm going to pay you dust. And that allowed me to create space for new energy. So me spending that season alone of not having anybody, finding community in my area and being actually able to see, touch, feel these people, be around these women, it's totally different. I had to clear out my space energetically and physically. Oh, I have all these friends, but they don't really like you. I don't want to have people in my space just to say that I have people in my space. I want people in my space that actually want to be there, that are going to bring something to the space, that are going to uplift the space. We're going to have a good time together. We're building together. We're living life together. In this space and moment in my life, I had to be in a season of solitude for many years to be able to finally accept these women into my life and then not build our relationships based off of trauma bonds, building our relationships off of the present moment. What are we doing right now? It's almost like we've known each other for so long and I know about them. I know a little bit about me, but we're not throwing our trauma to the forefront and building our bond off of that. We're just girls. We're just literally girls having a key, having fun and laughing, and with a tinge and sprinkle of this and that in there. It's not nothing to the degree of what I used to deal with in the past. I'm also in a season of honoring my voice, and shout out to Connie, Mama Vicky, because she holds it down. All of the women and men in my line dance family, y'all are the truth. The Whiskey Barbecue crew, you know who you are. I love all of y'all. She wants me to start teaching a line dance that I do every Monday. Every Monday we line dance. She recently gave me a critique like, Taj, you have a podcast. I don't understand. I know you can talk louder than that. What's going on? What I was explaining to her was with my podcast, I record, I edit out my stutters, my ums, my likes. I say like 87,000 times. You know, I say that a lot. I edit all of that stuff out. So it's easy because I'm giving you an edited down version of my conversation. Anything I feel sounds awkward or is awkward, I cut it out. Even if I'm constantly repeating something, I cut it all out. So I'm giving you an edited down, curated version of me. When you're on the microphone teaching something, you have to be 100% vulnerable because everybody's looking at you. I cannot rewind and edit that out. Like, I can't edit that out. It's real raw in the moment. So I was honest. I said I was nervous and I did it. I got some critiques like, hey, you got to talk more into the mic. You got to be like a little bit louder. I noticed when I was watching back my video, I gave myself critique. I need to be more engaging and different things. It was my first time and it taught me that I need to honor my voice. I need to step into my voice fully. Since childhood, I've had to shrink myself all the way down and I'm in a season of expansion and I'm scared, I'm nervous, but I'm excited at the same time because I haven't had this much support of, girl, you better make some noise, shake it up, be loud. I'm not a super loud person in general, so I just need to learn how to project in my space to where people can hear me. I don't feel like I'm talking low because even sometimes when I feel like I'm talking loud, people are like, I can't hear you, speak up. And I'm like, for real? In my ears, I feel like I'm loud, but maybe that's trauma. I don't know. I'll talk to that with my therapist. I'm in a season of celebrating myself and aligning myself with who I want to grow into. I'm celebrating even my podcast. I'm looking at my listeners and people who engage and people are talking about it. And I'm just like, yes, people care what I have to say. Obviously, you're going to have people that are going to say negative things, but I don't want to let the negativity lead me. I want the positivity. I don't care if it's only one person that's being positive and only one person that's constantly listening. I seen a post recently that was like, how do you know you're so busy trying to go viral thinking that you're supposed to be heard by millions of people, but what if God only wants one person to listen? You're so busy trying to entertain the masses that you're skipping over that one person that needs the message, that one person that needs the message to get through the day. And that changed my perspective. You know what? You're right. At first, I was being hard on myself on my podcast. I don't even know if people's going to listen. I don't even know if people's going to mess with it. I don't even know if people's even going to care about what I have to say until I started receiving feedback from people that's like, no, keep going. I need this. I'm grateful for those people and those women because I was like, oh, my brother, like, I need a laptop. Like, I need this. Like, I can't do everything on my phone. It's making it so hard for me to do what I have to do because I'm editing, I'm recording in a car and I'm doing this and I'm just doing all these different things. I need to be able to sit down. I need to be able to look at my notes. I need to be able to keep a flow and have a conversation in somewhere that I can do my thoughts. And honestly, it's easier on a phone. We barely write nowadays. I can put something down and use my voice note. It can write it out for me versus trying to write everything on. I lose my train of thought. I need my phone. I needed to have a separate space to be able to record. With that being said, aligning myself, I need to align myself with what I like, not what everybody feels like I'm supposed to do or what everyone feels like is best for me, what I want to do and be around the people that make me feel good. I feel whole around those people. I don't feel like I have to shrink myself. I don't have to be a part of myself. I can be myself. I can smile until my top lip disappears because I have so much fun. I have a genuine smile, genuine laughter, and they do not ever make me feel less than that. Okay, half of that, a quarter of that. They make me feel full and whole. It's allowing me to pour back into myself and be like, yes, girl, this is your season. Stop being scared of it. Stop being worried about it. You got this. Like, step into it. Step into your light. It's been like a breath of fresh air. The lighter I feel, the better I feel. They never judge me for anything that I have a question about. Certain conversations that we have privately, they're constantly reassuring me. Sometimes I can feel like a burden because of how I grew up. I don't want to be a burden on anyone or I don't want anyone to feel in. They're like, girl, no, we don't feel like that. No, this is not the case. I also don't want to be that girl to put that on everyone else to reaffirm me. I have to reaffirm myself. Now that I'm in a space and I see the difference of being celebrated versus being tolerated, where I'm like, no, you're the people that was tolerating me. You're not going to make me feel like I'm not that girl or I'm less of a person because you don't care for this or you don't care for that or you find me annoying or you think this and that about me. The people that love and care for me and celebrate me, they celebrate every single part of me. They're constantly pouring into me. That is what God is putting into my life this season, and I'm definitely grateful for that. This week's Yap Back Prompt is, think of a time and space where you felt like a burden instead of a blessing. What would it look like to walk away and choose celebration instead? Send me a DM, email, or comment at a place to yap, and we can discuss. I honor parts of me that no longer want to survive where I can thrive. I am not too much. I'm simply too full for spaces built to hold less. Thank you guys so much for yapping with me today. If this episode moves something in you, share it with someone who needs to hear that they deserve more than tolerance. Remember, you are the celebration, not the afterthought. Tune in on Sundays at A Place to Yap. Until then, stay bold, stay soft, stay true, and stay around people who celebrate you and not tolerate you. This has been your safe space, A Place to Yap.